too.
California Collegiate League action between the hosting Conejo Oaks and your visiting Arroyo Seco Saints. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mitchell Lefebvre, joined with me today, Nicolette Rojo and Jack
Steele.
Jack Steele. I haven't done a broadcast with you yet, Jack.
Yeah.
Glad to be here with you.
Glad to be in the booth with you as well, Mitch. It's a pleasure.
Welcome back,
Yeah.
Jack.
So we're going to have a pretty good matchup between, again, the Oaks and the Saints. The Saints, for the most part, been getting the better of the Oaks in this season. 3-1 in the 4 matchups so far. What are you guys looking at today?
Well, with the Saints losing all 3 games this week, look for them to be more not only aggressive, but also a little more aggressive on the plate because with the exception of Sunday's game where they lost the 10-5 lead going to the 10th inning, their pitching has been spot on, but the bats have been silent. So look for them to be a little more patient on the plate, but also trying to take advantage of Conejo Oaks, especially when you have a good pitcher on the mound. So look for them to be aggressive, but also just trying to take whatever they can give them.
And I mean, the Saints come into this game sitting 3rd in the CCL right now while the Conejo Oaks are at the bottom. So, I mean, so far the Saints have taken advantage of the Oaks this season, so I expect the same in this one.
The Saints trying to stop a 3-game skid. They have lost this past Sunday to the OC Riptide and then fell on the 3rd and the 5th to San Luis Obispo. The Oaks have lost 2 straight in league play, and they also lost last night against the non-league Ventura County Pirates. So Nolan Tressler leading things off for the Saints. He takes that pitch inside. 2-1 the count to the leadoff batter. Following Tressler, batting second, Evan Russell. He's in left field. Batting third, Drew Calley over at shortstop. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, Thomas Lovano. Batting fifth, Pete Durkee. He's at first. Batting sixth, Jason Gonzalez. New guy from Vanderbilt, just joining the team. He's over at third base. Batting seventh, behind the plate, Jacob Wyeth. Batting eighth, Nicholas Pagan, our designated hitter, and rounding things off, Christian Scott. Threw and pitch to Tressler. He thought that was ball 4. Umpire says no. It's a full count.
And coming into this game, Tressler is hitting .304 with 5 RBIs, so he's been a reliable hitter thus far.
Chopper up the middle, fielded by Baldovino at shortstop. He throws on to first. And Tressler is retired for the first out of the ball game.
Not a bad approach by Tressler, but good charge from Baldovino to get after that ball. Quick little hopper, and again with Tressler and not only on our side, from our view, right side of the plate, and his speed, you have to charge and get that throw, and he does so.
So now in steps Evan Russell as he takes that first pitch fastball low and in the dirt. The defensive alignment for the Oaks, Jacob Flores on the mound, his battery mate Jacob Castro over at first base, Ryan Yamashiro at second, Ramon Gomez over at third, Tyler Odekirk, and at shortstop, Gabe Baldovino. Will Pickett's, Justin Ammons, and Raul Sandoval are the outfielders from left to right. Russell looks at that 2-0 fastball for a strike. Shows bunt, fouls that one back behind the plate and into the netting.
And on that bunt attempt, you could tell that was kind of a high pitch. Just goes off the top of Russell's bat there, so unable to lay that one down.
Within the past few games, especially this week, I've noticed he's been attempting to bunt a little bit more.
Ball right back up the middle, snagged by Jacob Flores. Trots on over to first, tosses to Yamashiro, 2 outs.
The shortstop, number 21, Drew Cowley.
As you were saying, Nicolette, the Saints started the season really not playing any type of small ball, but over the past week or so, been trying to lay down a few more bunts. So Drew Cowley steps in with 2 outs, takes a first pitch curveball in the dirt. Cowley batting .309 in 15 games this summer. Fastball misses low and inside. And 2-1 pitch. It's a called strike 2, evens up the count. Slider misses well outside. That'll draw the count full. Thomas Lovano on deck for the Saints. Full count pitch, another ground ball up the middle. That'll get past and outstretch Ramon Gomez and into center field for a 2-out base hit.
And a good piece of hitting there by Drew Cowley. Full count, really put the bat on the ball and send it up the gap, up the middle. And a little 2-out rally here for the Saints here in the top of the first.
A trend with these first 3 batters, all 3 of them hitting the ball up the middle. It's a good sign if you're in the Saints dugout. Fastball gets past Castro into the backstop, and Cowley will move on up to second base. So now a man in scoring position with 2 outs.
And it's a good opportunity now for Thomas Lovano, who's at the plate here, to pick up a run here if he could send one into the outfield.
Thomas Lovano, second on the Saints in RBIs. He's driven in 15 runs in 17 games. He's also batting .353.
So this is the man you want at the plate if you're the Saints.
Ground ball down the third base line, just foul.
Good look right there. It just went foul at the last second.
Lovano getting that ball off the end of his bat. Broken bat. He walks over to the dugout to get a new piece of lumber.
Now it's still very early, obviously, top of the first inning, but if you're the Saints, it's important to, even despite their success against Conejo this season, you want to get on the board easily. You want to get on the board as soon as possible, especially because the last 2 games against the Blues, they've struggled to put on runs, and you can always rely on pitching, or I should say, you can allow your pitcher to give a little more room and not always have to rely on them 100%.
Another foul ball down the third base line. So 1-2 to Lovano.
And that's back-to-back foul balls that he hit towards the third base line. So you could tell Lovano getting maybe a little eager, maybe swinging a little too soon on those pitches.
1-2, curveball from Flores, and a third straight foul ball up the third base line.
And that curveball there, it's a lot harder to time. So I mean, you can expect that Lovano was going to hit that down the third base line again. So just got to wait on those types of pitches if you're Luvano.
Another 1-2 delivery. That one fouled straight back. A little bit better timing from Luvano. Flores trying to go off speed again.
And luckily that foul ball didn't hit the camera. The camera is safe.
There's no wood, but knocks on it.
Fastball misses well high and outside. Evens up the count at 2. The 2-2 pitch. Another foul by Luvano, again behind the plate.
And a good job by Luvano to stay alive here. You know, 2-2 count with 2 outs. With the runner in scoring position, you definitely don't want to lose on this opportunity. So good job on Luvano's part to keep himself alive.
5 foul balls in this at-bat. He takes that fastball in there for a called strike 3. He heads back to the dugout for the final out of the inning. The Saints, they get a runner on a single. They leave him stranded. We head to the bottom of the first in a scoreless ball game. Bottom of the first inning. Eli Riekman taking the mound for the Saints. So that first pitch into Gabe Baldovino is in for strike 1. Riekman making his 5th appearance on the season. That ball lined, gets past Jason Gonzalez over at third base. Baldovino leading things off with a single.
And that ball just goes just over Gonzalez's glove there.
First baseman, number 32, Ryan Yamashiro.
Wasn't a bad pitch either, but its hang time was a little bit on the long side, giving Baldovino an opportunity to collect himself and just be patient, and he stayed with that.
So Ryan Yamashiro now in for the Oaks. So the lineup for the Oaks, Baldovino, who just let things off. Ryan Yamashiro, he's batting second. Batting third, Justin Ammons. Batting fourth, Jacob Castro. In the 5 spot, Will Pickett's. Batting sixth, Bailey Holbrook. Batting seventh, Raul Sandoval. Batting eighth, Ramon Gomez. And rounding things off, Tyler Odekirk. The 0-1 is fouled off down the right field line. to the Saints bullpen. So Riegman in his 4 appearances, 14 innings. It's allowed 5 earned runs. That's a 3.21 ERA. Struck out 19 batters, walked 9, and surrendered 10 hits.
So Reichman has definitely shown the ability to strike hitters out. I mean, with 19 Ks over 14 innings, that's a pretty good K to inning ratio.
Fly ball into left field. Evan Russell will call off Scott and make the grab. 1 out. As a pitcher, it's always nice to see when you average at least a strikeout per inning.
Definitely.
And in Riegman's first year at Blinn College, he did strike out 29 batters on the season, so he's also showed his strikeout effectiveness coming into the summer.
So Justin Emmons, the Oaks center fielder, in the box, squares around but pulls back. Talking to the Oaks broadcasters before the game last Saturday, out back at Brookside Park, talking about how Ammons, one of the best bunters that he's ever seen.
Really?
Center fielder with good speed and can lay down a bunt. Kind of interesting that to see him in the 3-hole.
I was just thinking that.
2-0 squares around again, but will pull back again. 3-0 is the count.
So Riekman falls in a hole here a little bit with a 3-0 count, throwing 3 straight balls. So he's going to need to throw a strike here.
That one's in for a called strike. So 3-1 to Ammons. Another fastball in for a called strike. Full count.
And a nice pitch there from Riekman. And a crucial pitch, able to work the count back to in his favor a little bit with the full count here.
So full count, 1 out. Oaks are aggressive. Ammons skies that one to Scott in center field. He gets around it, makes the catch, and there are 2 outs.
The catcher, number 24, Jacob Castro.
That time, Riekman did a nice job. That pitch got Ammons, who is also a pretty good contact hitter, to fly out as he jammed him inside.
Runner goes, throw down to second. High throw, but not in time.
And it definitely seemed like if that throw had been a little lower, it was on time, just a little high. So if that throw would have been a little bit lower from Jacob Wyeth, he probably would have got him.
The 0-1 pitch fouled off beyond the third base dugout. 0-2 to Castro.
And a good job by Riekman here, able to get ahead in the count. And now with the 0-2 count, he's going to have flexibility with locations and pitches for this 0-2 pitch.
After that stolen base, that's Baldovino's 9th on the season. 0-2. Fastball just misses the outside corner. Wyeth and Riekman both thought that was going to be a strike 3.
And I thought it was too, but obviously saw it differently there.
Even though we're not directly behind the plate, it sure looked like a real good pitch in a good spot.
kind of another mini storyline for the Saints too. These missed calls and just learning how to stick with them.
Swing and a miss from Castro. He goes down swinging for the final out of the inning. Like the Saints in the top half, the Oaks get one runner on a base hit, but they leave him stranded. Head to the top of the second inning, still a scoreless ball game. Back for the second inning at Cal Lutheran out in Thousand Oaks. Pete Durkee, Jason Gonzalez, and Jacob Wyeth, the three to get things going for the Saints. Durkee, first pitch swinging, skies that one to the third baseman in foul territory. Odekirk makes the catch, one pitch, one out.
And Durkee knew as soon as he got a piece of that he was out. He definitely missed way off of that pitch. And good job by Flores. One pitch, one out. Good sign if you're the Oaks.
So Jason Gonzalez, third baseman for the Saints, making his first appearance this summer as the Vanderbilt man has returned for the summer after winning a national championship.
And that's got to be some experience. Not many collegiate baseball players get to have that opportunity, so good for him.
Now this past season, in 23 games, Gonzalez batted .347 with a .458 on base percentage.
Local guy, he lettered 4 years at Bishop Mott High School back in La Puente, California, and helps the Lancers win the National Classic Championship his senior year, and he was an All-American, All-State, and the National Classic MVP, and also a Home Run Derby champion, and many other labels and awards to his belt.
1-2 pitch, curveball in the dirt. Evens up the count at 2. Two Gonzalez takes that one low and inside, full count. So after Durkee leading off the inning with a first pitch pop-up, Flores doing a good job of working the count in this at-bat. Ground ball to shortstop. Baldovino fields it, bobbles it. And by the time he can pick it up and make the throw onto first, Gonzalez is in there safely.
So Gonzalez's first at-bat for the Saints. He's able to get on board
Catch
here
number 24, Jacob Wyeth.
on an error by the shortstop Landino. Baldovino, excuse me. Probably not the most ideal way to get on, but I'm sure he'll take it nonetheless.
So Jacob Wyeth now in the box, takes a first pitch slider low. Wyeth batting .292 in his 6 starts on the season. His first one came a month ago at this same ballpark. Picked up 2 hits of his own, both doubles down each line, one down the left field line, one down the right field line.
Again, the Saints have one on base, on board, over at first, 1 out. See if they can take advantage of this.
2-0 fly ball to left field. Wyeth just getting under Pickett's. Reaches up, makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Designated hitter number
Saints are doing a
34,
good job
Nicholas
so far,
Pagan.
getting a piece of the baseballs, but fortunately just barely missing it. But keep on hitting, being aggressive, and they will fall.
So Nicholas Pagan now up to bat. He takes that first one for strike 1, an emphatic call from the umpire.
We've got a very animated umpire today, folks.
Kind of like how I would be if I was an umpire.
Runner on the move, takes that one in for a strike. The throw down to second is wide, but also not in time. And Gonzalez steals second.
And it looks like deja vu from the top of the first, where we have a man on second here with 2 outs for Nicholas Pagan.
Ball in the dirt, gets away from Castro, and by the time he picks it up, Gonzalez has moved on to third. So the go-ahead run and the first potential run of the ball game, 90 feet away. Pagan with 9 RBI on the season. Looking to add at least 1 more to his total. 1-2 curveball. Good take from Pagan, evens up the count at 2.
And I've actually had a chance to interview Nicholas Pagan. And in that interview, he's talked about how he's working on his approach at the plate, working on that discipline. And he's shown it thus far as he takes that pitch for ball 3, able to work a 0-2 count full here. So a good job by Pagan.
Takes a big swing at that one, but comes up empty. And Pagan goes down swinging here to end the inning. Saints pick up another base runner, this time on an error. And again, they leave him stranded. Head to the bottom of the 2nd. Still tied at 0. Bottom of the second inning, Will Pickett's leading things off for the Oaks. Pickett's in 9 games, right at 200. Squares around a bunt, takes that one for a strike. One skied into foul territory, but that'll get out of play. So a quick 0-2 count to start the inning. Oh-2 fastball. Misses well high, does not tempt Pigotts to swing at it. So 1-2. Another fastball that misses high. This one a lot closer to the zone.
And in my guess is that pitch was probably the pitch he was trying to do on that 0-2 pitch.
Fastball, this one high and inside. And a quick 0-2 count to start the inning is turned into a full count.
Those are 3 straight high fastballs.
Another fastball, this one fouled off directly behind home plate.
Let's see if Reichman's approach for this pitch is a little lower. Maybe the inside corner or outside.
Another foul ball behind the plate. Pickett's doing a good job staying alive in this count.
Definitely making Reichman work for this out.
Long look in to the plate, but he's got his pitch. That ball lined into left center field. Russell will track that one down and make the grab for the first out, for the first out of the inning.
The designated
You
hitter,
can see
number
Reichman
33, Bailey
shake
Ulrich.
off 3 pitches there from the catcher. So Reichman was obviously looking for a specific pitch to throw. And as a pitcher, you know yourself best. And, it's important to be confident in your pitches and know when you should pitch your pitch.
Bailey Holbrook, the designated hitter, is in the box in 7 games. He's batting .211. Does have himself a home run, though. Fly ball again into left center field. This time, Christian Scott will track that one down, call off Evan Russell, and there's 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 4, Raul Sandoval.
Back-to-back flyouts for the Saints, but if you're Reichman, I'd be a little more careful because both Pickett's and Holbrook were just minuscule seconds away from getting that out of the ballpark.
First pitch into Raul Sandoval is fouled back. Sandoval batting .182 in 23 games this summer. Really struggling to find a groove at the plate. It's kind of a trend, though, you see from almost the entire Conejo Oaks team. They've only won 7 league matchups, only 2 of their entire batters are batting over 300. Broken bat, ground ball down the third baseline. Gonzalez with the barehanded play, but not in time. Sandoval picks himself up a 2-out base hit.
And I mean, that broken bat kind of helped him out there. I mean, with the slow roller, makes it a difficult play for Gonzalez. Has to barehand it and throw it on the run. So
Sandoval does have 3 stolen bases coming into this afternoon, so look for him to be a little more aggressive.
Ground ball to Lovano at second base. He'll toss it over to Cowley, and they'll force Sandoval out for the final out. The Oaks pick up a base runner on that broken bat single from Sandoval. They leave him stranded after 2 innings. We are still scoreless. Top of the 3rd inning here in a scoreless ball game as Christian Scott will be leading things off for the Saints.
Scott coming into this game hitting .230 over 16 games. Does have 5 extra base hits with 4 RBIs.
Quick 0-2 count to Scott. Chopper over to first base, gets over Yamashiro's head, throwing onto Flores, covering first just in time.
And a good job by the second baseman, Gomez, to come up with that high chopper. Took a weird bounce on him, but was still able to come up with it and make the play.
Looked like it was going to be just kind of a normal chopper to the first baseman, but high hop that gets over Yamashiro. Good backup from Gomez and a good job from Flores to cover first base. So the lineup turns over for Nolan Tressler.
Tressler grounded out to short in the top of the 1st.
Oh, 1, another foul. This one down the left field line and out of play.
So back-to-back quick 0-2 counts from Flores, the pitcher for the Oaks.
Time called by Tressler. And if you're in the Oaks dugout, it's what you like to see from Flores. The first 2 innings, even though only giving up 1 hit and also another runner that reached on an error, it was kind of getting up in the pitch count in terms of on a per inning basis. So
good to see him get ahead with batters.
Another 0-2 taken for a called strike 3. Tressler goes down looking, and there's 2 outs.
Fielder number 8, Evan Russell.
Tough luck if you're Tressler. You're battling off those pitches inside, trying to stay alive, and then Flores goes back with a fastball that catches that glove side corner.
So 2 outs for Evan Russell. So he looks at that first one. 4 called strike 1. Swinging at that backdoor slider. 0-2.
And again, Flores able to get ahead in the count here at 0-2.
But to delivery fastball that catches too much of the plate. But that line drive is played perfectly by Sandoval. He makes the catch for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. First time we've said that this afternoon. Head to the bottom of the third. It's a 0-0 ball game. Tyler Odekirk, the man to get things going for the Oaks in the bottom of the third. Odekirk batting .244 in 23 games. Squares around, pulls back and takes that for a ball.
And Riekman remains on the mound for the Saints, entering his 3rd inning of work.
Another miss from Riekman. And he's been making really good pace in terms of his pitch count. Talk about usually about 15 is where you want to be per inning, and coming into the inning was right on that pace, 30 pitches. That one line drive into right field. Tressler trying to throw Odekirk out from right field. Thrown well over Durke's head, but good backup from Wyeth.
Baldovino.
And you love to see the effort from Tressler there, trying to make a play on it, but unfortunately was unable to do so.
So Gabe Baldovino back in the box for his 2nd plate appearance. Squares around, pulls back. And the umpire actually calls a balk on that, so Odekirk will get a free pass to go to 2nd base.
And if you're the Saints, again, mental errors, you can't have too many of those errors and balks. It's been pretty much another headliner last few games, haunting them. Hopefully, let's see if these don't come back to haunt the Saints later on.
So a runner in scoring position and nobody out for the Oaks in the 3rd. Baldovino with 9 RBI on the season. Fouls off the 1-0 pitch. Jason Gonzalez playing just right on the edge of the grass in the infield. Baldovino squares around, drops it to third. Fielded by Gonzalez. Does not field it, actually, by Gonzalez. He can't come up with it cleanly. So with the error, it's runners on the corners, nobody out.
And
The first baseman,
another
number
error,
32,
even though the
Ryan
Saints
Yamashiro.
is the first one on this afternoon. Like I mentioned before, errors come back to haunt you. Sure, it's early in the game, but you have now a man with no outs, 90 feet away, and another one on first base.
First pitch swinging fly ball into center field. That should be deep enough for the runner to tag. And Odekirk comes across, standing up and without a throw. The Oaks draw first blood in this ballgame. They lead 1-0.
The center fielder, number 1, Justin Ammons.
And Yamashiro there able to do his job, putting the ball into the outfield with the man on third with no outs. Able to get the sac fly and put the Oaks on the board here.
So it's 1-0 now. The Oaks lead with 1 out in the third. Justin Ammons in the box. Takes a first pitch fastball high and outside. Squares around, pulls back, takes it for a strike.
Baldovino does have 8 stolen bases on the season coming into this game, so I wouldn't be shocked if they do a little hit and run opportunity, or even if Ammons scores for a bunt again.
Riekman keeping an eye on Baldovino over at first base. 9 stolen bases on the season. Already has 1 in this game. 2-1 now to Ammons. Fastball high and inside. 3-1 the count.
And Ammons 0-1 thus far in this game. Flew out to center in the first inning. But a good hitter's count here for Ammons.
Ground ball to first base, fielded by Durkee. Just steps on first himself. Will not make the throw on over to second base. So 2
The
outs.
catcher, number 24, Jacob
Runner on
Castro.
second for the Oaks.
A good job by Durkee there to at least keep the ball in front of him. Make sure that that ground ball doesn't roll out into the outfield. So the Saints will take the out, and we'll just need 1 more out here to get out of this inning.
Jacob Castro in the box. He struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. Takes a hack at the first pitch, fouls that one beyond the third base dugout and out of play. The 0-1 curveball, weak fly ball into right center field. This guy will run over and make the grab for the final out of the inning. The Oaks, though, they do pick up a run on the sacrifice fly from Yamashiro. And to the fourth inning, Oaks lead 1-0. Top of the fourth inning, Drew Cowley leading things off for the Saints, looking to get back the run they gave up in the bottom of the third.
And Cowley has the one hit thus far for the Saints in this game. Back in the first inning, hit a grounder up the middle for a base hit.
Swings at a 1-0 pitch, but comes up empty, 1-1. Good curveball from Flores. Gets Cowley swinging at that one, 1-2. But Flores out for his fourth inning of work after a quick top of the third.
And has only given up one hit thus far, so he's done a good job this far on the mound.
Another curveball, that one misses just outside. Evens up the count at 2.
And that was a good curveball there from Flores. Just misses the outside corner. Good movement, though. Good job by Cowley to lay off.
Fastball catches the low outside corner. Cowley did not like the call, but he
The second baseman,
will
number
walk
15,
back to the dugout
Thomas Luvano.
after he goes down looking.
Flores is doing a nice job so far this game, fooling these Saints with not only his breaking ball, but his and the high heater. He's consistently trying for being versatile with his delivery and his approach. So as Luvano swings and misses again, proving my point, Flores is showing his strikeout ability thus far.
0-1 to Luvano. Again, tries to go with an outside changeup. That one does not tempt Luvano. 1-1 the count.
And Luvano struck out looking back in the first inning. So we'll definitely be looking to put the bat on the ball in this at-bat.
The 2-1 pitch to Luvano. Takes that fastball in the dirt.
And coming into this game, Flores is second on the Oaks team with 19 strikeouts. Already has 4 thus far.
Takes that one wide for ball 4, and Luvano Draws himself the walk.
The first baseman, number 32, Pete Durkay.
So Lovano only the third base runner for the Saints in this ball game. Picked up one hit, also reached on an errand. Now Lovano again with that walk. Pete Durkay popped up to third in his first plate appearance. Again, first pitch swinging that one down the left field line and out of play.
Durkay definitely being aggressive thus far in this game, going after the first pitch in both of his at-bats.
Pick off to first, almost a wide throw. Good job from Yamashiro to make the grab. Another pickoff. Lovano kind of leaning towards second base, but he will again get back in safely. Curveball misses outside, evens up the count at 1. Runner goes, hit and run is on. Fielded by Baldovino. Only play will be to first base. Gets Durkay by about half a step. So 2 outs now, but a runner on second for the Saints.
A good job by Durkay to
Third baseman, number
at least put the
16,
bat on the ball
Jason
there
Gonzalez.
during that hit and run. And although he's out, he's still able to get the sacrifice and move the runner, Lovano, over to second into scoring position.
So Lovano, the tying run, he's on second base. Jason Gonzalez in the box reached on an error in his first plate appearance. Takes a first pitch fastball inside, ball 1.
And this is the third time we've seen the Saints have a runner on second with 2 outs. Let's see if Gonzalez can come through here with a base knock.
Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-0. To Gonzalez, a good hitter's count. And he's one of those guys you really want to see in the box in this situation. Had success at Vanderbilt, again, the national champion, so you know he's facing good level of competition. Runner on the move, ball taken. Throw tried to hold up, and that'll actually get into the dugout. The umpire discussing whether Lovano should be held up at third or if he was allowed to come across and score. He was already on his way to the plate before the ball got out of play.
As you mentioned, he looked like he was well, like a quarter away down the line. So it should be a tight ball game, but I wouldn't be shocked if they do reverse it.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the call is.
So straight steal from Lovano, and Gonzalez holding his ground while standing in the batter's box. Castro wasn't going to make the throw in time and tried to hold up on his throw, let go of the ball about halfway through his motion. Ball rolls into the dugout, and the umpires rule that Lovano is allowed to come around and score. So I think we can credit Lovano with a stolen base, but then gets home on a ball out of play.
Again, not the ideal way to score, but you take what you can get, and as long as the final result is you come across home plate, that's all that matters.
And we have a tie ball game now with a 1-1 score.
David Solis, the manager of the Oaks, can't really tell on camera, but he's discussing with the umpires about the call.
Definitely trying to get some clarification on the reasoning behind the call. And it seemed like he had his opinions about it, but nothing's going to change.
Someone in the stands yelling that should be batter's interference. Chopper down to third, can't be fielded cleanly from Odekirk. Tough play, not sure they would have had Gonzalez at first base. Should be credited with a single.
The catcher, number 24, Jacob Wyeth.
Saints building a little bit of momentum here with 2 outs, and you got 1 on, just tied up the ball game. Let's see if Wyeth is able to do some damage here.
First pitch to Wyeth, he takes that fastball low. Now going back to that whole ordeal with Lovano coming around to score, it's not a batter's interference because the batter's allowed to stay in the box. It's his area, and he was still in the box when the throw was trying to be made, and so therefore it was a clean play. Ground ball to shortstop. Baldovino will throw that into right field. That'll get all the way to the bullpen. Gonzalez gets the windmill at third, and he'll come all the way around to score. And what should have been an easy inning-ending ground ball to shortstop turns into another run scored.
And that's a pretty big mistake if you're the Conejo Oaks. Definitely an easy play for Baldovino to get that out. Unfortunate for him, he's just unable to make the throw. But if you're the Saints, man, we'll take all we can get.
So 2 runs across so far this inning, both in really non-conventional ways. One on a ball out of play off of a weird half throw from the catcher, and then the other on a 2-base error. So Nicholas Pagan now in the box, 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at-bat. A big swing. He comes up empty.
And an opportunity here for Pagan to tack on to the lead for the Saints with a man in scoring position on second.
A 1-1 count to Pagan. Breeze picking up, blowing out to right center. Ball in the dirt, good block from Castro. Keeps Wyeth at second. So Flores, who was making great pace and making great pitches this ball game, has now found himself right now on the losing end of the scorecard. Ground ball fielded by Odekirk at third. The throw on to first is in time for the final out. But the Saints will take the lead thanks to an error from Baldovino, and again that weird throw from Castro, the catcher. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Saints lead 2-1. Bottom of the fourth inning. Saints lead 2-1 after a couple strange situations. Allowed the Saints to push two across. Riekman back out for his fourth inning of work. It's only his 45th pitch in just over 3 innings, making great pace, even though he did give up the 1 run back in the bottom of the third. That one skied foul and just out of play. That's off the roofing over the stands here. The 1-1 pitch, a big swing from Pickett's. But it's a 1-2 count. Riekman already on the mound and ready to go. Curveball. Another breaking ball from Riekman. That one just misses the outside corner. It's a full count. That fastball runs too far inside and hits Pickett's on the hip. He heads to first base.
Looked like he lost a little bit of control of that fastball. Definitely no intent right there.
That's tough to see on a full count. If you're a pitcher, you want to make that pitch in the zone somewhere. But Riekman loses a little command there, ends up hitting Pickett's. But a good job by Riekman to bounce back and throw his first pitch to Bailey Holbrook for a strike.
And I like how, despite him losing the bat.
First pitch swing from Sandoval comes up empty. Sandoval singled in his first plate appearance. Pickoff attempt, but Pickett's will get back in safely. Runner goes, squares around, he pulls back, the throw down to second, another high one. This one gets all the way into center field. Good backup though from Christian Scott.
And like you said, another high throw from Jacob Wyeth on a steal attempt. And if you're Wyeth, you got to think about keeping that ball low if there's another steal to occur.
That pitch was called a strike, so it is 0-2 to Sandoval. Chopper right back to Riekman. Picketts will hold at second base, and the throw on to first is in time, 2 outs.
The second baseman, number 10, Ramon Gomez.
Now, an out like that is almost ideal, other than, of course, a strikeout for a pitcher. It grounds softly back to you, easy out over at first, and you don't advance the runner.
First pitch into Gomez, misses high, ball 1.
Gomez in his first plate appearance grounded out to second for a force play.
Fastball misses inside. Not handled cleanly by Wyeth, but doesn't get too far away, and Picketts will hold up at second. Big swing from Gomez. 2-1.
Good job by Riekman there. Able to attack the zone on that 2-0 pitch.
Fouled down the right field line and out of play. Long look in from Riekman, and Gomez will call time. Tries to backdoor him with that one, but misses wide, full count.
And the runner on second will go here with 2 outs. You can expect. So if you're Riekman, you don't want to give up a base hit.
And he won't give out the base hit, but misses for ball 4.
Number 14,
Gomez reaches first with a walk.
If you're Riekman, definitely still want to stay composed, because yeah, you have 2 on, but you do also only need 1 out to get out of this inning.
Odekirk singled back in the bottom of the third, and he was the one who came around to score. Backdoor slider misses outside, 1-1. That fastball misses high and wide, 2-1 to the Oaks third baseman. Riegman struggling with his command the last few batters. So that one finds the strike zone. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count here in the fourth. Tying run for the Oaks out at second base. One fought off foul, out of play.
See if Riegman goes back with that pitch with the inside look.
Two-two pitch fastball misses well wide. Good job from Odekirk to keep that one in front of him, though. Full count. And with the full count and 2 outs, the runners will be on the move on the pitch. Another foul from Odekirk, this one behind the plate and out of play. So the runners will head back to their respective bases and we'll do this again. Swing and a miss from Odekirk, and that'll do it for the Oaks in the fourth inning. They threaten with a couple base runners, but leave 2 men stranded. Head to the fifth. Saints still lead 2-1. Back for the top of the fifth inning. Christian Scott, Nolan Tressler, and Evan Russell. The 3 due up for the Saints. Jacob Flores out for his 5th inning of work on the mound. Scott squares around a bunt, lays it down. Perfect bunt as the 3 men for the Oaks, Odekirk, Flores, and Castro all watch that one, hoping it would go foul. Stays right inside the line, and Scott picks himself up a bunt single.
And I don't think that bunt could have been placed any better. And the leadoff man is on here for the Saints.
The right fielder,
here
number
in the top of
37,
the
Nolan
fifth.
Tressler.
pop up from Tressler. That'll get just out of play. So 0-2 to the Saints leadoff man.
Tressler grounded out to short in the first, struck out looking in the third, and is in a hole here at 0-2.
That one is in the dirt, but a good block from Castro keeps Scott over at first base. 1-2. Another miss from Flores evens up the count at 2. If you're just joining us, it's a 2-1 ball game. Saints lead here in the top of the 5th. 2-2 pitch chopper to Baldovino at short. 6-4-3, not in time. They do get the force out at second, but Tressler will beat out the throw to first, reaching on a fielder's choice.
The left fielder, number 8, Evan Russell.
Mound visit going on now for the Oaks.
The Oaks have had a man getting loose in the bullpen, and they will be making the change. I'm going to take a quick timeout and tell you who he is and a little bit more about him once we return. Pitching change for the Oaks. It'll be the 6'2" left-hander Peyton Ebel out of Greensboro. As his first pitch into Evan Russell is a called strike one. Ebel making his 9th appearance In his previous 8 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs. That's a 4.15 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 5 hits, but 9 walks. So it's a pitcher who has struggled with his command this summer.
The Evil standing in at 6'2", 195. Entering his sophomore year at Greensboro.
The 2-1 pitch, fly ball into center field. Ammons takes a few steps to his left and makes the catch. 2 outs.
Shortstop number 21, Drew Cowley.
So a quick out by Eagle was able to jam Russell with that inside pitch for the second out.
First pitch to Cowley misses wide, ball 1.
Cowley 1 for 2 thus far. Singled in the first. Struck out looking in the fourth.
Curveball misses inside, 2-0 to the shortstop.
So Cowley in a good hitter's count here. We'll see if he can keep the 2-out rally going.
Pop up to the left side. Odekirk camped under it. Squeeze it for the final out of the inning. Saints pick up a base runner, but leave him stranded. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-1 game. So I will hand my play-by-play duties off to Nicolette Rojo.
And welcome back here, live from Thousand Oaks, California, at Cal Lutheran University. Bottom of the 5th here, Eli Riekman back on the mound for the Saints. He will face the top half of the lineup with Baldovino, Yamashiro, and Ammons. As that pitch misses outside, 1-0. Baldovino 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a stolen base. As he fouls that one out of play, 2-1. Riekman so far in today's game has gone 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts, and hit 1 batter. As that pitch gets inside, 2-2. The 2-2 fouls it behind us, a few feet above our heads. Count remains at 2-2.
It'll be interesting to see how long Riekman goes here. I'm sure they're planning on keeping him through the fifth.
2-2, and Baldovino fouls that out of play.
But it does appear that somebody is warming up in the Saints bullpen.
Looks like can't really tell who is, but someone will.
Yeah, I
Like you
can't
mentioned.
tell what number that is down there.
And that breaking ball misses a little bit above the belt, so full count now. Payoff pitch. That ball is fouled down the right field line and out of play. Count will remain at 3-2. Payoff pitch. This is inside ball 4, and Baldovino will draw a walk.
The first baseman, number
Riekman's
32,
first walk
Ryan
of the
Yamashiro.
afternoon. Brings things up for Ryan Yamashiro, who's 0 for 2 with the flyout and a sac fly. Responsible for bringing home the Oaks' lone run of the afternoon. First pitch gets that top right corner in their first strike, 0-1.
We'll see how long of a leash Coach Milan will give Riekman as he's, with this, reaching the 80 pitch mark.
Ground out to Cali. Routine looked over at second, but goes with the easier throw to Durkee. 1 down.
And it appeared to be a hit and run there
Center fielder, number
on that
1,
ground out.
Justin Ammons.
So Cowley makes the safe play throwing over to first. May have not had enough time to get the runner at second because of the hit and run.
So let's bring things up for Justin Ammons, the center fielder, with 1 on in scoring position and 1 out. Ammons 0 for 2 with the fly out and the ground out. And that pitch gets away from Wyeth. A lot of spin on that ball. So now, Baldovino is 90 feet away from tying up this ball game.
Yeah, about a 58-foot curveball on that one. Just with the spin on that one, gets past Wyeth, who tried to get in front of it.
And that was a tough pitch for Wyeth to get in front of, honestly, with the amount of spin that was on that ball.
So 1-0 count to Ammons. Runner, tying run 90 feet away. Big swing and a miss at that one, 1-1. Jacob Castro on deck, the 1-1. Pops that up. Wyeth with a little run. Will get that for the second out.
A good amount of room in foul territory behind the plate and around the dugouts, and
The catcher,
Wyeth
24, Jacob Castro.
had about 2 more feet before he ran into the netting behind the plate, so good play from him.
Brings things up for Jacob Castro, the catcher, who struck out and flat out. And that ball rockets to right field, but Tressler's easily there for the final out. We will head to the top of the 6th with the Saints still up 2-1.
Leading off the top of the sixth for the Saints, the same baseman, number 15.
And
Thomas
welcome
Lano.
back here. Top of the sixth inning, Peyton Ebel back on the mound for the Oaks. He will face Lovano, Durkee, and Gonzalez.
Luvano struck out looking in the first and walked in the fourth, where he ended up stealing a base and scoring in that inning.
As he takes that ball high, 1-0.
And that was just one of those weird runs where stealing third and then the catcher trying to hold up on his throw ends up throwing it into the dugout.
Yeah, it's definitely not a play you see every day.
It's the fun part of baseball. 1-1. Count facing Ebel. And that pitch is in there, first strike, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And Lovano gets that, hits that to right field for a base hit through the first and second base hole.
And a good piece of hitting there from Luvano.
The first
Hitting
baseman,
that
number
outside
32,
pitch
Pete Durkee.
on a 1-2 count, able to put the bat on the ball, send it the opposite way through the gap of first and second there.
So one out for the Saints, and Pete Durkee, the first baseman, will step into the batter's box. 0 for 2 at the pop-up and a ground out. Takes that ball way up high, 1-0. The 1-0. It's the middle of the plate, 1-1. Saints looking to increase their lead this top half of the sixth inning. 1-1. In the dirt. Good block by Castro. Now stay tuned. In the bottom of the half of the sixth inning, we'll have Jeremy Taylor, one of the Saints pitchers, join us on the broadcast out of Cal Poly Pomona. 2-1, Lovano on the go. Castro with the throw. And that ball gets away from Baldovino. Lovano's easily in.
And that throw got away from Baldovino covering second. And it got away towards left field. And if Lovano was able to find that ball quickly, I think he has a chance to get up and get to third safely.
And that's another stolen base for Luvano on the day.
2-2, Durkee fouls that back.
And honestly, that steal by Luvano takes away the double play ball for the Conejo Oaks. So that's a plus for the Saints in this inning.
2-2 count. Misses away, full count now to Durkee.
And also with that stolen base from Lovano, takes the team lead in stolen bases with 8.
Payoff pitch. Swings and misses at that one. Durkee obviously frustrated at himself as he blows by that one down.
The third baseman, number 16, Jason Gonzalez.
That was just a curveball that caught probably too much at the plate, and Durkee knew that he missed a golden opportunity to drive in Lovano from second.
Brings things up for Jason Gonzalez, who reached on an error, has a stolen base, and singled. First pitch catches that inside corner there for a strike, 0-1. Gonzalez out of Vanderbilt University, a part of the Vandy boys. Won a championship just this past month. The 0-1 Lovano will be on the run again, but he fouls that back, 0-2.
I said this on a broadcast before, but you know, with Gonzalez going to TCU, Jack and I from TCU,
We are.
TCU at the beginning of the baseball season beat Vanderbilt, so therefore national champions using the
Basically.
using the UCF logic.
It's always good to say, hey, you beat the champs. As Gonzalez hits that to left field, Lovano will tag up. The throw from left field will not be on time. And so Gonzalez, the new guy, with an RBI single, Lovano scoring from second. 3-1 Saints.
And Gonzalez able to pick up another base hit today.
The catcher number 24.
And
Jacob
he
White.
absolutely smoked that ball and drilled it into left field. And honestly, that was a sight to see from the Vanderbilt product.
Well, Jacob Wyeth is up now.
Gonzalez also moved up to second on the throw home. Now, if Pickett's in left decides to throw to the cutoff man, either gets Gonzalez trying to take the extra base, or they hold him at first, because the throw from Pickett's not only was it not in time, it was well wide of the plate.
The 1-0. And grounds it back to Ebel with a nice little scoop. 2 down, but will advance Gonzalez to third.
The designated hitter number 34.
Gonzalez was off on
Nicholas
contact. I think if Ebel looks to third, they can get Gonzalez trying to advance, but decided to go the quick and easy way to first.
So Nicholas Pagan, the designated hitter, up now for the Saints. Takes that first pitch high and away, 1-0. Pagan over 2 with the strikeout and the ground out. Looking to bring home Gonzalez 90 feet away. That pitch gets in there for a strike, evens the count up at 1-1. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Saints. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Oaks. And that ball gets down, chopper middle, base hit, and he will do the job. Another RBI single for the Saints, now up 4-1, bringing home Gonzalez.
The center fielder number 12.
Wasn't the hardest hit
Scott.
ball, but it gets the job done. That sinking liner into shallow center. And the Saints now have a comfortable 3-run lead.
So brings up Christian Scott, who grounded out and had a butt single on his last time up. Takes that first pitch for a strike. 0-1. Abel trying to get out of this inning for the Oaks. The 0-1. Misses low. Evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1. Scott hits that to center field, but easy play for Ammons, and that will do it. But the Saints increase their lead by 2. We will head to the bottom of the 6th with the Saints leading 4-1.
Getting off the bottom of the 6th for the Oaks, the left fielder for six, Will Higgins.
And welcome back here, heading the bottom of the 6th with the Saints up 4-1. New pitcher on the mound for the Saints, number 44, Justin Kleinsorge, out of Regis University, who has gone 11 innings with an 8.49 ERA, gave up 11 runs, struck out 6, and has given up 5 walks. As first pitch is a strike. Joining us this early evening is Jeremy Taylor out of Cal Poly. Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
As that pitch 0-2. So why did you decide to stay in Southern California for summer baseball?
Well, pretty much my pitching coach was talking to me about where I thought I want to play, and I went to New York last summer. So staying locally, I was able to do some summer school, and playing a good competition out here, I felt like it was the best decision.
As Kleinsorge strikes out, gets Pickets to strike out swinging at that breaking ball for the first out. Now bring up Bailey Holbrook, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. So how do you compare transferring, well, summer-wise, going from New York to here?
Definitely different. Talent-wise, I would say it's definitely better out here. It's easier because I live at home, so I'm able to do some other stuff too. Like, I have a car out here and stuff compared to New York. But, it's just kind of cool playing with guys from all over the country. As in New York, most of the guys we played with were kind of just from New York.
As first pitch to Holbrook misses high, you want to know. Describe your typical routine before a game, and that's in general.
So if I'm going to start, pretty much I'll kind of just stay relaxed as much as possible. If we have BP that day, I'll shag, try to stay loose. And about an hour before game time, I'll start my routine. I'll get ready, a stretch, throw. If I'm out of the bullpen, I'll just kind of try to stay as relaxed as possible until the coach calls me. And once he calls me, I get my arm loose, stretch a little bit, and get going.
Kleinsorge ahead of the count here, 1-2 to Holbrook. Now going into the summer, what was after your third season, well, your junior year, what were you looking for? What are you looking to improve on this summer?
Just staying consistent, trying to work on, my off speed, just my pitches, trying to be able to throw those first strikes at any count, any batter. Pretty much just staying consistent, getting ready for the fall for next year.
The 2-2 count. Misses low and away. Full count.
So Jeremy, walking through what pitches you use, and is there one pitch that you're more confident in than others?
Yeah. So I have a 2-seam and 4-seam. I have a knuckle curve. I have a changeup. I'd say my go-to pitch is my curveball. Right now, I feel confident. I'm able to throw that in any count I want. So pretty much fastball, curveball. I like to mix in a changeup once in a while too. But curveball definitely is probably my most confident pitch right now.
Gotcha.
As Kleinsworth struck out Holbrook and got him with the foul tip. As first pitch to Raul Sandoval is in there for a strike. Sandoval is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Now, we always ask this to all of our guys, but what is your go-to meal?
My go-to meal, I'd have to say probably Subway. Is definitely, if not Subway, just a sandwich in general. It's light enough to where I don't feel stuffed, but probably Subway. I'd started having Subway before my outings, and I'm pretty superstitious. So once I started doing well with that, I just kind of stuck to it.
Yeah, I've heard that answer multiple times. Coming into the CCL this summer, obviously you're facing tougher competition, D1 players, as that's grounded over to second and taken care of for the final out. Just last question. I mean, can you tell the competition level when you go up against D1 players?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. In New York, I mean, you definitely have to hit your spots, but you could get away with some pitches. Here, you don't get away with anything. If you miss your spot or you leave one over the plate, they'll definitely make you pay, and you can tell. So you definitely got to be careful with what you throw when you throw it. You got to be smarter. Talent's definitely a lot harder out here.
So Sandoval grounded out to second, and Kleinsworth has himself a 1-2-3 inning to end the 6th inning. Jeremy, thank you again so much for joining us.
Absolutely, thank you.
Broadcast. We were headed to the top of the 7th. The Saints up 4-1. And welcome back here, live from Cal Lutheran in Thousand Oaks, California. Top of the 7th inning with the Saints in a comfortable 4-1 lead. New pitcher on the mound for the Conejo Oaks, number 18, Reese Matheson out of Glendale Community College. Matheson on the season has gone 12 and 6 innings, gave up 19 earned runs, struck out 14 and walked 14 batters. As the first pitch to Nolan Tressler misses 1-0.
And the right-hander, Matheson, going into his sophomore campaign. Stands in at 6'3", 170.
As Tressler fouls that into the Saints dugout, evens the count at 1-1. Tressler over 2 at the ground out, struck out and reached a fielder's choice in his last at bat. Matheson will face Tressler, Russell, and Cowley, the top third of the order. The 1-1. Swings and misses that breaking ball, 1-2.
And a big hack there from Nolan Tressler. Just unable to put the bat on the ball there.
The 1-2. Misses inside. Evens the count at 2-2. Final line for Peyton Ebel. An inning and 2/3, gave up a hit, gave up 2 runs, and struck out 1. The 2-2. Tressler fouls that back and out of play. The count will remain at 2-2.
Good job by Tressler there to stay alive.
The 2-2 pitch. Misses high, try to get Tressler to chase that high fastball. Full count now, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Misses way outside and high. Ball 4, and Tressler will jog to first.
The left fielder, number 8, Evan Russell.
So the Saints get their leadoff man on here with a walk. And stepping to the plate now will be Evan Russell, the left fielder for the Saints.
So 1 on for the Saints. Russell 0 for 3 with a ground on a pair of flyouts. Looking to extend the lead here. First pitch misses high again, 1-0. Matheson missing high in a lot of his pitches thus far.
That's a good that's a good point. Definitely bringing in a new pitcher.
And Russell hits that to left field, but Pickett's is able to reach out and extend his glove for the first out.
And that was a well-hit ball by Evan
Shortstop,
Russell.
21, Drew Cowley.
But the left fielder, Pickett's, able to track that one down on a running catch.
Yeah, just a great read off the bat by Pickett's. I thought that was going to get down to the wall off the bat, but good speed and a good read from Pickett's makes the running grab.
First pitch to Drew Cowley, the shortstop, misses low, 1-0. Cowley singled, struck out, and popped out in his last at-bat. Tressler walked to start this inning, and Russell flied out to left. That pitch missed way high. Castro had to hop a little bit out of his position to get that one. 2-0.
So a good hitter's count here for Drew Cowley.
This is high once again, 3-0.
Matheson really struggling with his command so far this inning. 8 of his 12 pitches have missed the zone.
And if you're a coach bringing in a new pitcher, it's not what you want to see.
.30 pitch misses high once again, so a 4-pitch walk for the Saints. 2 on for Thomas Lovano.
It appears they're going to have a meeting on the mound.
Coach Solis will head to the mound.
And looking at Reese Matheson's stats coming into this game, with 12 2/3 innings, had walked 14 batters, and also has a 13.50 ERA. So if the Saints are gonna add on any more, this is definitely the guy to do it off of.
Yeah, and to those stat line, I mean, it appears he's struggled thus far this year. So, and he's given up 2 walks this far this inning, so definitely appears to be struggling.
Okay, so 16 and 13 total innings. That's not quite what you want to see.
If you're the Saints, you have the right guy to do some damage here with Thomas Lovano. But he pops that up to shortstop, way high. Baldovino is able to catch that. 2 down.
Even if he doesn't make the grab, I mean, that was a major league pop-up.
First baseman
The
on
infield
32,
fly
Mr.
rule was in
Conejo.
effect. Sometimes when that happens, you're interested to see if maybe the infielders are going to let the ball drop and see what the runners do. I think that might have been a little too high of a pop-up, though.
Yeah.
I mean, don't want to risk the ball bouncing too high and the runner easily advances or something. But
That's true.
So Pete Durkay will step in for the Saints. 0 for 3 with a pop-out, ground out, and struck out his last at-bat. Swings at that one, he pops that out, but that ball goes out of play. 0-1.
And it appears the Oaks have somebody up in the bullpen already, just in case this inning may get out of hand here. But Matheson's still able to get 2 outs thus far and only needs 1 more to get out of this inning.
0-1. That ball misses high, evens the count at 1-1. Tressler at first. Tressler at second, Cowley at first. 1-1. And he hits that to left field, but that ball hangs in there for Pickett's, and that will do it. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch here. The Saints still up 4-1. Welcome back here. Bottom of the 7th inning. Saints still up 4-1, and Justin Klein-Sorge back on the mound. He will face Ramon Gomez, Odekirk, and Baldovino. as the first pitch misses 1-0. Gomez grounded out and walked in his last appearance. And that ball hits to left field, but hangs in there for Russell. Easy catch, 1 down.
The third baseman, number 14, Tyler Odinger.
So it brings a 1 down, and Tyler Oderkirk, the third baseman, will step into the batter's box, who singled, advanced on a balk, and struck out. Shows bunt, but on ball is foul. 0-1. Saints looking to hold on and snap a 3-game losing streak. Was that pitch in the dirt for a ball? One and one count now to Gomez. That pitch, it's that inside corner for a strike. 1-2. Client Storage wasting no time on the mound. Timeout for Gomez. Client Storage wasting no time. 1-2 misses low. Evens the count now at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Client Storage, actually, that ball gets above Client Storage's glove for a hit.
The shortstop, number 8, Gabe Baldovino.
And it appeared to be a breaking ball there on that 2-2 pitch by Client Storage. Just left it over the plate a little too much. And Oderkirk able to do some damage and put it into the outfield.
Brings things up for Gabe Baldovino, the shortstop. First pitch, grounds it to third, gets 1. And a 5-4-3 double play on one pitch will end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 8th with the Saints still up 4-1. You're watching YouTube Live, the official network of Arroyo Seco Baseball.
Jason Gonzalez.
Top of the 8th here. The Saints still up 4-1. New pitcher on the mound for the Oaks, number 16, Kyle Nickel, out of Glendale Community College. He will transfer to Cal State San Luis Obispo this year. First pitch to Jason Gonzalez. Gets that hand side corner for a strike. 0 for 1. 0-1, excuse me.
And that slider's Nichols' go-to pitch. Played with him through high school, and that was his main out pitch all 4 years.
Definitely has a unorthodox delivery with that sidearm.
So Gonzalez falls behind 0-2. Reached on an error, has a stolen base, an RB, and 2 singles, 1 RBI. That pitch misses outside, 1-2. He will face Gonzalez, Wyeth, and Pagan. The 1-2 misses high again, evens the count at 2-2. Kyle Nickel has gone 4 innings this season, gave up 5 runs, 2 earned, struck out 1 batter, gave up 6 hits, and walked a batter. As that pitch misses high again, full count. Saints looking to get their leadoff man on board. Payoff pitch. Gonzalez fouls that back and out of play. Count remains full.
Well, he's not lighting up the radar guns by any means. That last pitch coming in at 78. The unorthodox delivery can the fastball can still kind of get on you. As we saw, Gonzalez was a bit late on that one.
Payoff pitch. And grounds it to Yamashiro, who would stop an Albert Pujols type glove. Stop preventing a base hit, 1 down.
The catcher number 24, Jacob Wyatt.
Good diving stop from Yamashiro again. Gonzalez late on the pitch, inside outing it. And just a nice diving stop to prevent the ball from getting down the line. Could have been an easy 2 bases.
Brings things up for Jacob Wyeth, the catcher, who flied out, reached on an error, and grounded out. And that ball, blooper to center field, gets in front of Ammons for a base hit. It's a 1 on and 1 out for
The
Nick
designated
Pagan.
hitter, number 34, Nicholas Pagan.
Pagan 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground out, and singled in his last at bat. Takes that first pitch low, 1-0. Chopper to Yamashiro. Steps on the bag. No throw over to second. 2 down.
So Jacob Wyeth
The
will
center
advance
fielder,
over to
number 12,
second,
Christian Scott.
and the Saints will have a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. And an opportunity for Christian Scott here to add to the Saints' lead.
Scott 1 for 3 with a ground out, a single, and a flat out. As that ball is hit to left center. Emmett with the catch. So the Saints leave 1 on. We're head to the bottom of the 8th. Saints still up 4-1. You're watching YouTube Live, official network of Arroyo Seco Baseball. And welcome back here. As temperature in Thousand Oaks, California has cooled down to the low 60s.
Yeah, we were talking between the breaks. It was 80 degrees leaving home, but in a different part of Southern California and not so windy. Was expecting it to be a bit warmer at this point in time. It did not bring any extra layers, unfortunately.
As Yamashiro pops that up, 3 Saints will go in. And Russell with the diving catch. 1 down.
That was just one of those pop-ups into no man's land, and good job from Russell to take charge, and good diving catch from him.
So that'll bring things up for Justin Emmons, the center fielder, who's over 3 with a fly out, a ground out, and a pop out. First pitch catches that inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Both teams have pitchers warming up in their bullpens. That pitch, it's the most of the play. 0-2. Kleinsorge wasting no time, has very low pitch count.
And able to get ahead here, 0-2. So we'll see what he goes with.
Goes with the high fastball, but misses high. Emmons does not bite. 1-2. Jacob Castro on deck. Saints trying to hold on to this lead and snap the 3-game losing streak. The 1-2 in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. Both teams actually trying to snap a losing skid right here. The 2-2 pitch. Emmons fouls out of the play into the Saints dugout. Count still remains at 2-2. Saints trying to improve to 12-11 and league 13-11 overall. 2-2 pitch. Just misses a little high. That curveball. Full count.
Well, I thought that was strike 3. He was getting ready to throw it around the horn.
From my angle, it definitely looks like a strike as well. But play will resume. And the payoff pitch. Emmons pops that up. And easy catch for Scott. Takes a couple steps. 2 down.
The catcher, number 24, Jacob Castro.
And Coach Aaron Milam will head to the mound for a pitching change, actually.
And honestly, I did not expect that. I thought Kleinsorge was doing a great job on the mound and making quick work of the Conejo Oaks. But it seems like Aaron Milam wants to see someone else in there.
Also summer league and trying to maybe probably get all the guys some work in. New pitcher on the mound.
Your attention please, now pitching for the Arroyo Seco Saints.
Number 13, Isaiah Ramos out of Antelope Valley College, NAIA school. So final line for Kleinsorge has gone 2 2/3 an inning, gave up 1 hit and struck out